Good morning, everyone. I am Margot, your tarot reader. Today, we're doing a personal reading for one of my clients representing the sign of Scorpio, person in question, Gemini. Before starting the video, I called on to the universe with the personal information, to the spirit guides. I do not enclose in any of my videos the personal information. That is maintained private at all times and only for my use. Now, during the videos, there will be some brief moments of silence. It is when I connect with the personal energy to the universe. Okay? So, let's see here. This is for return client of mine. We've been doing this for quite some time. We've been doing several of readings, and so now we're checking back onto certain other situations at hand. Okay? And before I start, good morning to everyone. Let's get started. You have to have that cup of coffee early in the morning. Well, not necessarily. You can have a tea or a nice nutrition juice, but I'm addicted to my coffee and I'm trying to let go, but you know how that happens. So, Arcana, show me what must I need to know. Show me what must I need to know for in reference to. Let's see what the universe has in store for you. Let's see what has taken place since. And let's see what actions must and will take. And what does the universe needs for us to connect to you. Arcana, show me what must I need to know. Show me what must I need to know, Arcana. So they're ready. Let's see. You know how the routine goes for each spread, so, but either way, I'll still repeat it. Okay. I can see the overall in reference to one of the questions already. Okay, so don't worry. He's definitely coming into a job this is as of right now with the next 3-4 months. So I feel that it's coming within, I want to say within, I feel that if he has already looked for one at the end of the month, if not in the beginning of November. Okay, I can already see that question that you asked right off the back. So don't worry, he'll be fine. He will be fine. To his surprise, they're going to call him in reference to that other job. Okay. If he hasn't left that job, he will leave it and move on to another one. Okay? He will be fine when it comes to the job. So you can see he's gonna put his best effort, and he's going forward to make something better for himself in reference to the job, is what it's telling me here, because he's here as a Gemini. Okay? Okay. So you're Scorpio, you're right on top here. Let me see the overall here. What's going on here? Are you being nostalgic? I feel like you're being nostalgic, like you're thinking of certain things in the past. You're being so puzzled, you're being worried. You're just in your head, too much into your head. You need to de-stress yourself, okay? I gotta tell you that, because I see the sword, the 4 of swords, and then underneath I see the 6 of swords. So what it's telling me is that you're being very stressful mentally. You're feeling confused. You're feeling undecided at certain points. Worried about your family, having concerns about money issues, I feel, in reference to your spouse. Worried about what he or may not say to you. Or worried about how he may or take the situations. Is what I'm saying in reference to you right now. So declutter your mind. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly and say, I got this, okay? Everything happens for the best for me, okay? My hands, myself, it's in God's hands, okay? In the universe. Leave it up to the universe. Just give things so things can happen the way you wish it to be, okay? Okay, now let me see here what I'm sensing here. Let me do the questions. You have, oh, I see. Um, okay. Now, you know how I work. We've been doing this quite a while. So I will tell you everything that I see and anything that you must need to know. I will tell you things that even if they are hurtful, I will lay them out to you. And it is for me to let you know so you can be able to ready to handle your energy or handle the consequences ahead. Now, if you know how I do the certain situations here. If I tell you certain things and if they bother the way I say it to you, then I apologize in advance. It is for me to guide you in the best way possible to help you to easing up the pain, easing up the situations at hand, whether they're good or bad, okay? And it's up to you whether or not you like to take my advices. And I feel that most of the time you have, and they have led you and helped you out in a lot of situations. And I like that. This is why I do the things that I do, because I love to help my clients. I love for them to find the better path within their within their situation, with every circumstances that they have. I know because I've been through all kinds of situations in my life. And sometimes we find ourselves that we don't find someone that we can trust and guide us in the best way that we need it. Okay. So it is why I do this. And I love the fact that, my clients always contact me throughout the times to let me know how they're doing, to let me know this has happened, this has taken place sooner, oh my God, these things have happened before you even, the time you said, or oh my God, your advice helped. So I love that. That is why I do the things I do. So being said that, I feel that it helps you at times what I tell you. So when it comes to this situation that I feel that you're feeling very blocked mentally, distress yourself, because that's going to cause you to have continuous negative energy, and so that will fall on to everything else. It will take effect within your love life, within your family, within your work. You know how that works. So I always emphasize to my clients, to my friends, to everyone, maintain positive, because the positive energy that you bring to yourself, it goes a long way, not just for yourself. It generates, it spreads. It's like a virus. You lead it on to other people, to the people around you. So if you're feeling very positive and confident, then not only will you drive, but also your family will also take from that. And your love life will be better, your home, your work, everything. And then it spreads throughout everyone that it's around you, okay? So imagine if we all start having that positive energy, that hope and that faith that we maintain. Imagine what this universe, this earth could be. It will be amazing. We will be, in between the 75 of the good and the bad will start, dispelling. But we're not in a perfect world, so we have to do what we have here, mend what we can possibly mend. Now, in reference to your questions, I feel that most of these spreads will be accordingly to the person, the Gemini, because of the questions. But if I see anything else, I will let you know. Okay? In this first spread, I will tell you this. Your spouse does and continues to maintain a love for you. He still thinks of certain things that he could have done differently. And to his surprise, he was very shocked that you initiated this conversation, whatever it is that you told him. He's taken back from that, and he does think of that. He does think of this conversation back and forth of what you told him, okay? Now remember that don't expect any change right off the bat in this situation, because it's been on a standstill for quite some time. So what you have said to him, he's thinking, he's overlooking it, and he feels love for you still. So that is a good thing to have, especially when you're married to someone. You want to know that they're still maintaining that love for you, and he still does, okay? He still does. I will have to say that yes, he really have thought and is thinking that he could possibly save this marriage, okay? And I know that this is also what you want, but I just feel that if he didn't know about this other person, the Leo here, I feel that for some reason, he found out through someone that you've been, dishonest, let's put it, okay? So I feel that also is a drawback to this relationship. Whether he was aware of that or not, or whether he will be aware of that situation, I feel that this will be a very damaging news to him. If he didn't know, or he will find out, will cause a slight delay in this renewal in your relationship. Okay? Because I feel that for some reason, eventually he is going to find out about the things that you've done. And that will cause a drawback in the relationship. Your relationship with him, with your spouse, has taken a toll. And we've been going through this back and forth, and has taken a toll. It's almost like a friendship, or like a roommate kind of situation, between you and your spouse. Unfortunately, sometimes it happens throughout the years, depending on the years we've been married. And the longer we've been married, the longer it goes stale. Because we forget to neglect ourselves, and we forget to neglect our spouse. We intend to have a marriage as a friendship kind of situation. Basically, we don't date, we don't flirt, we don't compliment each other, and so therefore we withdraw from each other. Okay, so unfortunately, it's something that happens to a lot. You're not the only one that's going through this, believe me. For most of the people that are married, they go through these stages in life within their marriage. Okay, so sometimes it happens to newlyweds, that they're newlywed and probably they didn't get to know each other much, so then they start withdrawing each other because they start seeing the differences. You've been married for quite some time, so in this phase you gave up and he gave up, so you went separate. You mentally and physically you went separately, and so you stayed in that pattern for quite some time, and now it's really hard to connect slowly. It has to take time. You have to renew the person. First, you have to start with yourself. You have to renew yourself. You have to nurture and pamper yourself, so you can get yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally ready to nurture that other relationship. And understand that this is what I'm saying, this advice I'm giving you, is not just for people that are married. It's also for anyone that wishes to have that fulfillment. Okay? Anyone. It doesn't matter what type of relationship you're in, whatever is the one, take my advice that it will help you. Now, I feel that it's coming a little short break of distance within your marriage with your spouse situation. You asked in one of the questions, I didn't do the spell. Let me get this right. I didn't do that spell for you. You either did it yourself or you paid someone to do it. I didn't ask that, and it's so be it. So what you need to understand then, when you do your own spells, sometimes it does work, but because you're too anxious, too stressed out, and feeling negative, that will cause the job to delay or break, or even make the situation worse. You need to keep that in mind. That is why, sometimes it's best to go to someone that you can literally trust to do something like that, because they can work in different patterns of the energies. Okay, I've been through so many. I know a lot of people that do all kinds of stuff, and the way I work is completely different compared to other people. Certain things are similar, certain things are not, and I just do different. I cater my spells, my rituals. I cater to them, meaning I pamper to them, because I'm pampering your energy, their energy, and the whole aspect of the situation. I slowly but surely do the situation at hand. Okay, so and most importantly, when I do things like this, I enter into a positive energy. I clean the energy, and I make sure that I'm doing this for the best interest, especially of my client and the whole situation at hand. Okay, so I don't know who did that situation for you, or if you did it. I feel that it's going to be quite some time. And I'm going to tell you this also. Spells, rituals, they go a long way. Absolutely. Guaranteed for most of the people. Because that's how it goes. But do you also know that spells can also be done through words, through touch? We ourselves are doing spells to each other throughout this lifetime. Within the situation, within the contact, within the speak, within the sight. We do spells each and every time to the loved ones and to ourselves, and to mutuals. How? Well, when you're thinking of someone, that energy that you're putting toward that person is why I say remain positive. Because if you're thinking negative toward your spouse, per se, then that energy, you're creating a spell in itself. Keep that in mind. You're creating a spell within itself. So if you're already thinking negative of that person that you want to have come back or fixed or reconcile, whatever, then what happens is the spell that you're building into that, the energy that you're putting into that is going to be negative. So what's calling to the universe is saying neglect, 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 continue, continue. So then the person stays stagnant within that position, still not doing, not acting, instead withdrawing from you. So I know a lot of people don't know this, but then, you know, what we think, what we feel, how we manipulate our thoughts and things, then it affects everything. That is why it's critical to find a way to maintain positive. Find a way. If email me, or, you know, I'll give you advices on how to go by, and I feel that you were working on that, but it's still steady there for you. Okay. And I understand it, and it's hard. It's very difficult because when you're going through all this situation, you live with that person 24/7. And so I can understand in your shoes, how can you're asking me right now, how can I be positive? I just heard it. You're watching the video, and as of right now, you said, how can I be positive, Margot? I'm getting tired of this. I can't struggle anymore. How can I do this? Okay. Step by step, every time you're feeling like you can't do it anymore, take a deep breath and say, can I do this? Do I really want this? Do I love this enough? You know, say those things to yourself. And then after that, say, yes, I can do this. And say, I love myself, and I love my husband, and I love our marriage, and we are worth it, you know. So then after that, say thank you to the universe for healing me and my spouse, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically. Remember what I say and keep at it, because the more you say it, the more it concentrates, and the more the universe hears you and heals you and gives you. Okay? In every aspect of your life. Just keep that in mind. It's a priceless gift that I just gave you, advice, and believe you me, it works because I use it each and every day. It is glorious to be positive. I've been through so many situations that people, you know, they say, you know, Margot, write a book, because your life is just incredible. How you don't even look at how you've been through all these situations within your childhood to now, and you've struggled and you've been up and down, but yet how is it then you look happy? You look like you have it all. Well, it's because I maintain positive. I don't let these negative things take me, you know. And so therefore you have to maintain yourself in that situation. I'm sorry that I'm going on and on, because sometimes I connect with my clients, you know. Every person that comes to me through Facebook, through WhatsApp, through YouTube, here, you know, literally when they come here for spells or readings, you know, I connect with them in one way or the other. We all go through something similar at one point in our lives, so I understand it. And for those reasons that I personally been through a lot of situations like these, then it is how I know best to guide you. Okay? Now, let's see here. So being said that, in reference to the spell that you're asking, I feel that it has not, I don't know when you did it. It's not enough time for it to start working. If it worked, I will tell you further down the reading. But as of right now, I do not see it. I feel that the spell, if you want to call it, that is taking place is the fact that you took the leap of faith and spoke to him, had a conversation, and let him, you know, hear you out how you naturally feel. I gotta tell you this, that sometimes being tough is not enough. Sometimes you have to have that civilized, calm, but effective conversation with a person, and know within yourself that you're ready to risk everything with that one conversation. But within that conversation, what you need to do is make sure that that person is focused and talk, and I'm hearing you out at least. But make sure that that person at least see one tear from you. Make sure that he sees one tear from you, so he can see the honesty in your heart at hand. Willing to sacrifice and do what must and need. Okay, because when they see those tears, and I don't mean cry like a baby, oh my God, no, I don't mean that either, okay? But I just mean that they need to see that one tear from you, because maybe they have not seen that and has not been affected enough. And when it comes to men, you know, let's just face it, they are who they are, but when they see you very emotional, it does affect, it does work. But I don't mean cry. If you've been crying like a baby the whole time situation, then no. Then they feel that, oh, no, this is her crying again. I don't mean it like that. I mean that one time, you know. Whenever you feel that you need to have the need to talk to him, relax and calm yourself and prepare yourself spiritually. And then say, you know what? I'm taking the leap of faith and I'm doing this because I feel that this is what I need to do to heal my energy. When you bottle in all those negativity, all these things that you have within yourself, it causes you even health problems. So you need to just let it out. Let it out, okay? So, you know, you can go up to him and say, baby this, baby that, and then see him. Let him see you cry. You know, if he doesn't see you that often cry and all those things, when he sees that from you, oh my God, it works wonders. It works wonders. So keep that in mind, okay? And I know that I give all these advices because I know that my viewers see this, and I know that there are people out there that, you know what, when they see this video, it's what they were looking for, it's what they were needing as well. So I'm helping you, and you are also within itself helping others by viewing this and helping them and guiding them, okay? So in return, guess what? Universe will help you one way or the other, okay? Now, I feel that the spell that you worked has not taken place. We'll see on the next spread whether or not it will work, because I feel that there will be a distance of some kind here between you and your marriage, okay? Between your spouse and your marriage. Could be because, again, I keep saying throughout all this reading that there's a huge possibility that he's going to find out about you and that other person, okay? So, and that will be a drawback in his perspective of how he sees things. I don't know if he already knows, but I feel that there's an intense feeling of thinking that there could be a sure positive thing that you have done what you've done in the past, okay? So keep that in mind. I don't know if you're still communicating with that other person or not, because I do feel that that other person, I know that we're not asking about it, but you know what? The energies are here because I feel that you also think of that other person, okay? So that is why the energies pop. So I feel that that other person, you feel that he's already moved on and started seeing someone else, that other person in question, the Leo. So I feel that you already have an idea that he's either talking to someone or could be even moved on, you know, to see someone else. Okay? That's how you know, because when you build a distance between someone, if they truly love you, you know how their position is, and you know that how quickly they move on to somebody else. If they move on to somebody else, quite enough, it shows you that they were not worth, you know, your time, okay? But I feel that he's popping up because either you find out or will find out, or you're thinking, most importantly, that he could have moved on, the person, the Leo, the past, okay? Let's leave it at that. We'll leave that situation at hand. Now, so you, there's some type of situation here that I feel you're going to get into an argument with a woman. Either she's going to call you or tell you certain things. It's a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And so that woman is fixing to cause you some type of problems within your situation, of your family situation. I don't know if that woman has contacted you anytime since the last, you know, we've done the readings. If not, she will find a way to contact you because she's thinking that her husband is doing something, and she thinks that it could be you, but there's two other women here. So it could be another Sun, Moon, or Rising, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn woman. And so she's undecided whether it's you or somebody else, okay? So she will find a way to contact you, and so therefore I feel that there's conflict coming still. We know that this has been coming for some time, okay? With this woman, I feel that it could be from the Leo's perspective view, okay? From his spouse, okay? So in this side within yourself is what I see here. So pay attention to those signs. When you see them coming, withdraw yourself. If they call you or contact you, do not listen, hang up to that woman, okay, whoever that is, because it's only causing you problems, okay? let me see here. So yes, I do see a distance within your marriage. Ooh, let me see here. I feel that this energy is going to take a while between you and your spouse. I feel that this energy will continue like this for the rest of 2017. He does feel love for you. Your spouse is there. It's absolutely there. But for some reason, he's been stuck in that position, in that mental state for some time now. And it's causing him quite a big deal. Definitely in reference to his job, he's fixing to get into a new job, a better job, because he's working on it as we speak. If he hasn't heard from one yet, then he will hear from one. I'm getting the energy right before the month ends, or in November for sure, because it's right on top. It's coming. Okay, don't worry, he'll be fine. He'll be fine when it comes to work, and he's really working into this family. He wants to keep it, but he's just very uncertainty when it comes to you. You know what kind of conversation you had with him. Did he ask you if you ever betrayed him? Did he ask you if you ever slept with him, or was he aware of any type of situation like that you've done in the past? Because I feel that that's most of what is affecting the situation here. Okay, and if it has not, then I feel that will be the situation at hand to work with later. Okay. I don't know what kind of spell you did toward him, but I will say that in this situation, he needs a healing spell, a healing spell within himself and within you, a healing spell to heal his energy, to clean his energy, and then also for him to renew all those feelings that he still has preserved for you. Okay, and by that I mean that he feels those feelings still for you, but because he feels so neglected in some kind of level, he has put those feelings aside. Okay, but they're still there to be nurtured, and that's when you need to step in. Okay, keep that in mind. I know it's taking you some time, but it's gonna have to take you some time. If you've been at distance with him for over a year or 4 years, then guess how much time it's going to take. Okay, I will say half of that time. Keep that in mind. Be aware and be prepared. Okay, if you know that it's worth it, then prepare yourself to fight for what you believe. Okay, that is worth keeping. And I know you know that he is. I know you know that you don't fault your spouse for much of everything, and I know that he doesn't really fault you for a lot of the things that has happened in this marriage, because he also blames himself for these things too. It's a mutual distance. It's a mutual agreements of how can I put it? It's a mutual agreement of we both did these things that we shouldn't have, and we did it, and we went the wrong way about it. Is what I'm sensing between you and him. Okay, you may not say it, but it's mentally focused in that. Okay, he feels your energy, you feel his energy, so that's why you're both so mentally blocked. Okay, I know I'm rambling, and we're barely at the first spread, but you know that I always do what I can for you, for all my clients, and you know that I'm gonna talk all day if I have to, in order to make you see certain things. Okay, and sometimes we need it. You know, I mean, you could be older than me or not, but I always treat my clients as if I'm talking to someone dear to my heart. Okay, so let's see. Arcana, show me what I must need to know. Let me see the overall of him, particularly now. Arcana, show me what I must need to know. Show me, Arcana. Show me what must need to know for. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. It is windy. The rain is coming, and I hope I'm in Houston, Texas. So I'm hoping that we get some cold weather this week, and I feel that it will be. It's gonna be gorgeous. I love the universe. I love the trees. It doesn't matter what weather it is. I bless it. I bless it and welcome it. I go every morning outside, and I look at the sky with my coffee, and I raise my hands, and I thank the gods and the universe and the angels of heaven for all my blessings. It's just marvelous. Everything happens for a reason, and always ask them to guide you and to have a peaceful transaction, a peaceful transcending into the next step into your life. Okay? The universe works just that way. As you ask. Arcana, show me what Master needs to know. Show me what Master needs to know. Okay. Let's see. Let's see whose conversation is happening there, telling someone that they still love you and they still care for you. Ah, I see, I see. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, sure. Now, let's see here. I do feel, okay. You know, I do feel that what's happening here, this is the second spread. So the energies could be even sooner than this. The second spread talks about after 4 months. It could be even sooner, okay? Depending on how you take the energies and the predictions. You know how that works, okay? Well, I feel that he's fixing to, it could be like a family reunion that is coming up either in November or December that I'm seeing here. Okay. In his spread, what I'm seeing here is the Leo coming back and trying to talk to you, trying to sweet talk to you, because you're right out here, the Leo's here, and your spouse is over here. So I have to say what I see here, okay? The Leo is going to make another attempt to try to talk to you, to try to, you know, reconnect with you one way or the other. So it's up to you how you take this situation, because I still see the Leo trying to be with you at the same time as he is with his wife. I will tell you this, that I feel that the Leo has been contemplating on whether or not to leave his spouse. But I feel it's more of his wife trying to leave him, okay? Because his wife has an eye on someone else already. Is what I'm seeing here. And I know that this is your spouse energy, but I have to tell you what I see, okay? And if they show up in this spread, it is because I feel that your spouse will be aware of this situation. So be careful. If he does not know about it, be careful that this might take place. Okay? I feel that it will, though, eventually, sometime next year.